So what happens when you're on a gig and the band leader calls a tune that you don't know? And this is a fear I've had for a while I'm playing in a new town, in a new environment. But it's something I hear from a lot of other musicians. And I think it's a common fear that a lot of people don't talk about. And I'm showing one example of, all right, this is what happens when someone calls a tune I don't know and just goes into it. And you got a couple options. You can just kind of panic, or you can just be like, all right, cool, this is happening. So this was on a recent gig. The band leader called a tune and just kind of went into it. And I said, all right, just give me a second to listen to it. And I literally called it up on my phone, put it on Spotify, listened to the first maybe few seconds of it, got a general feel for like the vibe and the feel of the tune, and then just kind of applied it to what was going on musically. Now you can see in this video I'm going to attach, it's like I literally have never heard this song before. And you can see I'm looking around. It's going to be, it's going to seem like I'm looking outside because it's a fisheye lens, but really what I'm doing is I'm looking at the other musicians. I'm listening with my eyes and kind of looking with my ears, if that makes sense. Because I'm just following everything that's going around. I'm looking at the other musicians around me. And so also I'm kind of isolated in a little bit of a booth back there, so you can't really hear what the bass is doing, and it sounds kind of bare, but you can hear the other musicians bleeding through. And I think a couple other musicians, maybe like one or two on this gig, didn't know this song. And this just really happens a lot when you're playing a 4-hour shift on Broadway in Nashville. And it's just about rolling with the punches. And I'm just trying to play as simply, as basic as I can. I'm trying to add a little bit of support rhythmically, trying to, add in some color, but not step on anyone's toes. And what's the thing that I'm going to do that's going to cause the least disturbance? I'm not trying to be timid per se, because that can be just as bad when you're just hesitating to make any moves musically. But really what I'm thinking about doing is like, all right, I'm just gonna play just a gentle rolling feel. And even if this song like absolutely like winds down and I'm still playing with this gentle rolling feel, I can gradually fade out. And I'm just thinking of ways to play as musically as possible and not panic and really not draw a lot of attention to myself, because really it's not about the drummer. Especially in Nashville, a lot of it's about the singer, a lot of it's about the song, and what can I do to support that song. So I'm really thinking, all right, got a vibe that it's brushes, it's really gentle and chill. And yeah, this is just one example of what happens when you're playing a song that you don't know. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly like the record either. You can just do a version for that day and that time, but really just think about, am I playing musically? Am I trying to play as a musician, or am I just trying to play as almost a tribute band and try to regurgitate information? And for me, anytime I tried to be a tribute band and regurgitate things line for line, I've always not crashed and burned, but it has been great. I'm more or less thinking about it like, okay, here's a song I don't know. I'm going to play it like I'm writing a part for it, but I'm going to be as kind of as unobtrusive as possible. So I'm just going to kind of give this pad, and I'm not going for perfection per se. I'm not trying to recreate something I've never heard. I'm just trying to, okay, here's a song. How am I going to play musically? And it sounds really simple, and it kind of is, but if you learn how to just like breathe and turn off that panic button, I think, and just like, all right, I'm just going to roll with this song, and whatever happens, happens. And even sometimes I think about it like almost like in sports analogies, like you can't make every shot. Um, you can't connect on every pitch. You can't complete every pass. So, every now and again, you're going to have a couple like, okay, I fell flat there, but what did I learn from that? And so I give myself a few of those mulligans every gig where I'm like, okay, here's a song I don't know. That's okay. I'm going to put this on the songs that I'm going to want to listen to for next time. But also for right now, I'm going to do my best and I'm going to play musically. And if I just respond and react in the moment and don't try to panic, that usually works out a lot better than if I'm like trying to really think, okay, what would the recording be? It's really like I'm in a room making music with people. So yeah, here's a video of that example for you.
Give it up to this band who just played that with me before.